Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp star in The Tourist.
Critics are calling The Tourist stylish and clever.
You're ravenous.
Do you mean ravishing?
I do.
Sexy. Jolie and Depp sizzle.
Peace!
Are you coming?
The Tourist. Rated PG-13.
Angelina, thank you for coming on. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. First of all, congratulations on the Golden Globe nominations.
Thanks.
3 for the movie The Tourist, and you got one for comedy. Were you surprised by that?
I was very surprised by that. I do not find I've never thought of myself as having any ability with comedy, so it actually meant a lot to me.
Well, I saw The Tourist yesterday, and actually, after watching your character, I think I've slowed myself down. Like it's like there's a rhythm to that character that was it was regal and slow, wasn't it?
There was. I think we were trying to, sometimes that high class elegance. You feel that you're not in as much of a rush as the rest of us in this world, and so she's very, very slow, and it was actually very hard for me to become that slow.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not in my nature to. I think the first scene was walking across the street, and I kept doing it, and the director kept saying, go back and go slower, and I did it again. He'd say, go back and go slower, and I thought, this man's insane, and then I did it again and again. And finally, I figured out that it wasn't to rush across the street. It was to very slowly enjoy the day and enjoy the walk and listen to the birds, and it was very strange. Because
as kids, we're told to hurry up so we don't get hit by a car. You know what I mean? You were slowly. It was a very good walk across the street. The other thing is the movie is there's action and there's something that happens in the movie. I don't want to give it away, but it also is kind of funny at times, isn't it? I mean, it kind of is funny.
It is. It was meant to be. We had this idea, all of us together, that we wanted to make something that people could enjoy Christmas time, and that wasn't heavy and wasn't dark and didn't take itself too seriously, and that was just kind of delightful. Mm-hmm. And so we had a laugh doing it, and hopefully that kind of sense of fun comes across. Johnny's very funny.
Well, and you guys had not met prior to this movie?
No, we'd never met.
I can't even imagine. It seems like in my head, you guys would be hanging out all the time. You know, it seems like that would be the world in which you would run.
I know. We're both homebodies, it turns out. So we actually even live near each other in France, but we've never run into each other.
So when you meet someone like that for the first time, and you've got to, obviously you're working together intimately, how do you break the ice? Who took the lead in that?
Brad and Johnny had worked together years ago, so. Mm-hmm. He said he's a nice guy. You're gonna like him, and I've always liked his films, so I just expected to like him. I hoped that he was kind of as cool and as interesting as you imagine him to be. Mm-hmm. And we met in his office, and he walked in and immediately just is one of those very, very nice, very cool people that puts everyone at ease. And we started talking about kids for about an hour and the school system, and we had a lot in common.
Does he have a lot? How many kids does he have?
He has 2.
He has 2. You have 6?
Yeah, I have 6.
How do you? I mean, I have none, and I can't even get my work done. How do you shoot a movie like that in Venice on location and be a mom to 6 kids?
Well, I'm very, very lucky that that Brad and I have the ability with our jobs to take turns. Uh-huh. So we all moved to Venice. Uh-huh. And so they lived there, and Brad was there with them every day and making sure they were ready for school, and they had an Italian teacher and some other teachers, and they had a great experience there. So, but really, it's because they have a great father.
That's cool. That's very cool. And so that's how you will alternate when you do a film, and then he'll alternate and do one. That's how you do it?
Yeah. Yeah, we always take turns.
It is 7:50 in the morning. Angelina Jolie is with us. We'll come back and talk about holiday plans with the family next. Hang on one sec. Angelina Jolie is with us. The Tourist, which I really, really liked. If you have not had a chance to see that, go see it. It's beautifully done, and you are really fantastic. And I thought Johnny was great as well. The chemistry is fun and beautiful scenery. I sound like a girl. Your clothes were fantastic. Like your dresses. I mean, your shawl. I don't know what are those things you wear. Is it a shawl? It's that stuff is beautiful.
There is a name for it, but I don't know.
A fur bolero.
Is it a fur
shrug?
It's a snap-on like pashmina thing. It's
Yeah,
They're
like a
gorgeous.
shrug.
Yeah. And when you were approached, or when the script was given to you, and I would imagine you see a lot of material, why this movie? What stood out for you, Angelina?
Well, it took place in Paris and Venice. So
That made it fun and easy.
that made it very tempting. And I had this idea of doing kind of a lovely. I wanted to do some lovely European film. I wanted to experience that. And I'd always wanted to work with Florian because I loved his first film, and he's a genius. And then I was so surprised that he agreed to do this, and I felt that I would just learn a lot as an artist, and there was kind of no downside. It was just one of those lovely films.
This was Florian is a director. This was his first English film, or in English.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
I think it's the first one he's done in English. And your English accent, how long did it take you to master that?
Quite a while. I think a few weeks, just to make sure it sounded different. I'd played English in other characters, but they were kind of a rougher English. So
Yeah, this was like the Queen's English, wasn't it?
This is like the proper English with
Yeah.
tea and scones, and but it was a fun accent. English is always such a lovely language. So as an actor, it immediately puts you in a different personality to have that accent.
It makes you so very proper. And what I find when I speak in that language, not that I do it for work, but when I do it just for fun, I stand up straight. Like my posture changes when I speak in English. Angelina Jolie is with us. The Tourist is in theaters. What are you guys doing for Christmas? You going to have some time off?
Yeah, we're going to travel with the kids and go to a random part in the world.
You're not going to Disney World?
We're not going to Disney. No, we're going to travel and have an adventure, because that's what we love to do.
Have you done all the gift shopping for the kids?
I have,
Good.
which is I've got it all boxed and ready to go. I went through it today. I'm trying to get every stocking right and all the wrapping paper and all the.
It's a normal Christmas. That's very cool. What will you do next, Angelina? What will be the next film? Because I was reading you're directing something.
I did direct something.
Mm-hmm.
I go into the editing room January for a few months. And then I think the next film out is Kung Fu Panda 2, which I'm very excited about because I love those films.
You're covering the full spectrum, aren't you?
I'm a little schizophrenic, but
That's
somehow
all right.
it works out.
That's all right. Well, the Golden Globes are coming up. We will see you there. Congratulations on the nomination. I wish you the best of luck, and I do appreciate you coming on today. And the Tourist is in theaters. All right?
No, thank you so much.
Angelina, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nice to speak to you. Bye-bye.